story?
I have a bear story.
Got some pretty new books. Tell your mama or your grandma or somebody brings you to the library that you look at those books. Miss Laura has got a ton of new books. And Miss Laura reads every one of them, and she picks out the best stories for you, which I think is very nice. Miss Laura is very good. Good. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see. I guess we better. What you got? What kind of story you got?
It's a visitor for Bear.
Darling. Now, whoever drew that so cute.
Thank
Look at his
you.
little cat behind it. How darling. Well, look, it looks like a little mouse. Is it? Oh, Scooter Mouse, you'll probably like this.
Scooter Mouse will love it.
Let's see, what does that say? Here is a little house, inside lives a little mouse. But when the cat comes out to play, the little mouse runs away.
Ooh,
That's
I guess so.
And here's another. Little mouse, come out of your house. This comes good. Come out of your house and play. You do the cat. Pitter pat. Here comes a big old bad cat. Wow! That's wrong with saying. I guess cats and mice will always be enemies, don't you imagine?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, see what's going to happen to the visitor who's going to visit Bear.
A visitor for Bear. I love this story. It's written by Bonnie Becker, illustrated by Katie McDonald Denton. The illustrator's the one who drew the pictures. Now remember, nobody ever came to Bear's house. It's always been that way, and Bear was quite sure he didn't like visitors. He even had a sign on his front door that said, "No visitors allowed."
Well, see, that automatically keeps you from having any friends.
I know.
Doesn't the Bible say a man who has friends must show
himself friendly?
You got a sign on the door saying don't come in or something. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Well, one morning, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his front door. Now, who could that be? Because he doesn't have visitors. When he opened the door, there was a mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. "No visitors allowed," Bear said, pointing to the sign. "Go away." He closed the door and went back to the business of making his breakfast.
What wonderful bears in the
I guess I'll see. He set out 1 cup and 1 spoon. But when he opened the cupboard to get 1 bowl, there was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed, in the cupboard in the bowl.
That mouse must have listened to the Goldilocks.
Must have. "I told you to leave," cried Bear. "Perhaps we could have just a spot of tea," said the mouse. "Out!" commanded Bear. "Most sorry," said the mouse. "I'll be going now." Bear showed him to the door and shut it firmly.
I noticed Bear wears an apron.
Then he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the bread drawer for 1 slice of bread, there was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. "Unbelievable," rumbled Bear. "Away with you, vamoose." "I do like a bit of cheese," said the mouse. Bear pointed a rigid claw toward the door. "Yes, then here I go," said the mouse. "Farewell." And the mouse whisked out the door.
Scooter Mouse, you will love this story.
That's right. This time, Bear shut the door firmly, very firmly, and locked it tight. He locked the windows, too, for good measure. Then, once again, he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the fridge to get 1 egg, guess what? There was the mouse! Small and gray and bright-eyed, of course. "Be gone!" roared the bear. Oh, he was really angry.
And that he probably really roared like a
He did. Because we're in the library and there's people in here, I better not roar that loud.
That'd be pretty bad. I might get thrown out.
"A crackling fire?" ventured the mouse. "This is impossible, intolerable, insufferable!" cried Bear, shaking with anger and disbelief. "Terribly sorry," murmured the mouse. "Now you see me, now you don't. I am gone." And the mouse looked very sorry indeed while he waited for Bear to unbolt the door and let him out again.
Poor little mouse. He's trying so hard to be friends.
This time, before he went back to the business of making his breakfast, Bear shut the door very, very firmly, locked it, boarded the windows shut, stopped up the chimney, and even plugged the drain in the bathtub.
Now that mouse can't possibly get in now. But I've always heard a mouse can get in almost anywhere.
Carefully, Bear set about the business of making his breakfast. He opened the cupboard. No mouse. He opened the bread drawer. Nothing. Whew.
He must be rid of him.
He must be. He opened the fridge. Mouse free. Yes, indeed. He lifted the lid to the tea kettle. There was the mouse! Small and gray and, well, you know the rest. Bear fell to the floor and wept. "I give up," he blubbered. "You win. I'm undone."
I bet he's going to let him stay with you.
I don't know. I guess so. "So sorry," said the mouse, "but perhaps if I could have just a bit of cheese and a cup of tea, and do you think we could unstopper the chimney and have a nice fire?" Bear blew his nose with a loud honk. "But then you must go," he sniffled. "No visitors allowed." "You have my word," said the mouse. He was persistent.
He was.
That's a big word.
It's a big
He
word.
didn't give up. In school,
Oh.
Bear unshuttered and unboarded the windows, unlocked the door, unstoppered the chimney, and unplugged the drain. Wonder how he got in anyway. He brought out 2 plates of cheese and 2 teacups, and he made a crackling fire in the fireplace for 2 sets of toes. The mouse warmed his feet and nibbled and sipped, and Bear did too. They sat for a long while. The clock in Bear's house ticked loudly.
They're going to start having a good time.
Bear cleared his throat. The mouse looked most attentive. No one had ever been most attentive to Bear. "The fire is nice," Bear announced. "Lovely," said the mouse. No one had ever said Bear's fires were lovely. "I can do a headstand," said Bear. "Very impressive," exclaimed the mouse. Bear told a joke. The mouse laughed heartily. No one had ever laughed at Bear's jokes before. Bear began to think of another joke. The mouse set down his teacup. Bear quickly lifted the teapot. "There's plenty more," he said. "So sorry," said the mouse. "Most kind, but I must be on my way." "Really, you needn't go," said Bear. "I am off," said the mouse, springing up from his chair. "Wait!" cried Bear, but the mouse stepped out the door. "Toodaloo," said the mouse.
And Bear didn't want him to go, did he? He liked him.
He did. "Don't go," wailed Bear, throwing his body across the path. "But I gave you my word," said the mouse, pointing at the sign. "No visitors," said the sign. "Oh, that," cried Bear, pulling down the sign and tearing it up. "That's for salesmen, not for friends."
What a darling little book.
Not for friends? Asked the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. Bear nodded. The mouse's bright eyes glowed brighter. Bear smiled. Do you like one lump or two? Said Bear most politely. I like two, said the mouse, and Bear agreed.
They were going to have some more tea.
The end.
That's so cute. Miss Hart, you always pick out cute books. That is so cute. And I love the pictures.
I do too. I love this book.
Big old bear. I love that. I love this big old behind.
Well, I love the book because sometimes we are, as adults, unapproachable.
That's true.
Because we're growling all the time, or
Sometimes we
aggravated,
just kind of
angry.
grumpy at people, yeah. And when people and you think, oh, well, that better not bother them.
I know.
They want to be friends today.
But that little mouse was persistent. So sometimes if we just give somebody a great big smile.
And let them know you like them.
That's right. Then
I
they won't be
reckon
as
we-
gruff.
I reckon we could do, let's do the bear went over the mountain. Let this be your mountain, okay?
Okay.
Can you do that? Okay, we're going. Okay, let's see. Oh, there he is. The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see, to see what he could see, to see what he could see. The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. The other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain was all that he could see.
That is silly.
That was good, wasn't it?
It was.
I love your book. Thank you for reading it to us.
Thank you.
I guess we better tell them goodbye. Do we need to do some music and say goodbye? Let's go. Well, goodbye, goodbye, we're glad you came today. Goodbye, goodbye, we're glad you came to listen to a story and sing a song and play a little bit today. What else could we sing? Let's see what we can sing. I know what. Where is your thumping? Where is your thumping? Here I am. Here I am. Well, how are you today, sir? Oh, well, Miss Patty. Well, come on out and play, but don't let some little kid suck on you today. Oh, where is your pointer? Where is your pointer? Here I am. Here I am. Well, how are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Come on out and play. Now point at everybody that you like today. I like you and you and you and you and you and you and you. And you and you and you and you and I like your mama too. And you like me too. Now, where's your little pinky? Where's your baby pinky? Here I am. Hi, kids, here I am. Well, how are you today, Pinky? Oh, very well, Miss Patty. Well, come on out and play, but don't get mashed in the library door today. Now, where are all your fingers? Where are all your fingers?